Hey, what's up guys? CJ here with Old Fashioned Nerds. Today I'm going to be talking about why Mr. Magoo's a problem. This is my 4-color Magoo list. It's a lot of fun. I built it when I got back from SorceryCon. Full disclosure, at SorceryCon, Moth was playing a 2-color kind of prison fort Magoo control build, and I thought it was really cool. Tried it out, and to be fair, it's not really my style as much. I like to be bigger, splashier combo kind of player. So I took the kind of the base from Moth, and then I just built my own 4-color version, and I mixed it with my recent Inspector Gadget Deathstreaker build because I really wanted to see what Mr. Magoo could do with 4 copies of Replicate because he can play them from the yard. So you can get up to 5 Ring of Morrigans. Spoiler alert: in my 6 regular league games, I got 15 Ring of Morrigans, usually because I killed my opponent before I could get higher. Um, I healed for an average of 30 per game. I went 5-1. The loss that I had was against Ira, and it was probably a fair match, meaning that either one of us could take it. It just depends on what you draw. We played 3 games. I won 2 out of 3, but the one that counts is the one that he won. So yeah, this deck is disgusting. I did lose in the finals, or sorry, I lost in the top 16 in the top cut this year to Fury Road because they play Funeral Pyres and Disenchants, and what are you gonna do? But yeah, this deck is disgusting. I've got a couple of clips from a couple of my league games coming up, and a fun one with Bruce, followed by just a regular gameplay version. Very brief rundown. This is kind of normal Magoo stuff. You draw a million cards, you common sense for common sense to fill your yard, you get a lot of insane value. But instead of using some of the common like burn spells that everybody else has been using, I mostly win with Ring of Morrigan, replicating it usually 3 to 5 times, and then just pinging you down every time I cast a cantrip. I also use Arcane Barrage, which is insane, and Craterize, and that's basically it. Those are my win cons. So if you Feast for Crows me, I'm screwed. But this deck is insane. I have already started working on some counters. I've got 3 counters to this deck that are currently doing quite well against Archimago, but I don't know how well they'll do in the meta. But I'll work on a video next as far as how to beat this deck and how to beat similar decks to this. If you are thinking about playing Archimago, my 4-color list is really fun. It is a little bit greedy on Threshold, as you could probably see at the bottom. Playing 4 colors is a little bit rough. We are only playing Fire for Poison Novas, and then 2 Scavenging Fiends to get back my rings. And we're only playing water for Replicate. So you only need 1 water pip, 1 fire pip, and you're good. Everything else is earth air. But it is greedier. I think a more consistent version of this list is probably Moth's 2-color Pillow Fort control. But this is the fun one that I enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, like and subscribe if you haven't already. What are you doing here? You should just subscribe. It'll be great. It's fine. Let's tap Quagmire, Ring of Morrigan, replicate the Ring of Morrigan,
Oh, god damn it.
and that is for 2 mana. And I'm going to ping down. Let's ping the Mercenaries, and then we can. Oh, and I heal for 1. Just magic
You're good
this
read.
for 3 and killing this guy for 2 and healing for 2.
I like the greedy one instead.
Yeah, I hear you, but if he has like disenchant, it's not really worth it. Pass. Oh,
I think the new goal of this game is how many rings can you get?
Yeah, pretty good.
Cast it for Legion, and then pop this, deal 3, kill Lucas.
Random card.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my god.
Just keep him in hand.
Oh my god. Sure. Seems rude.
That's gross. I hate this deck so much.
Why do you think I hate playing against
Yeah.
this?
Mr. Magoo is insane. And then you're gonna replicate again.
Yeah, obviously. So that'll be 2 mana, 3. Yeah, work. So I will replicate burning these guys. Make a 3rd one, ping you twice, healing twice.
Fuck me, dude.
Then I will.
This is so stupid.
Yeah,
I should play this here. I don't know why.
Or if you don't, I'll just walk
I guess you just have him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play a divine healing, heal max, ping this for 3, ping it to 2, and then I'll
It's at 5 damage.
and kill it. And what do I common sense for? Honestly, maybe just a common sense at this point. Or blink, I can start getting in on you. Yeah, let's just do blink. I think we'll do the fair and balanced champion.
Bullshit.
Blink for 2.
Oh god damn. None of it mattered.
Draw a spell. Yeah, that's an interesting
Draw 2 spells, I guess.
one. Oh, I got 2. Take a blink again.
Oh, did you already have the other one?
Oh,
The,
wait,
the,
I must
second
have
from there?
two.
Yeah.
There you go, there you go. I'll swing for 1. Block. I'll take 1. Cast divine healing, exiling these 2. Heal for 7. Then I'll ping you for 3. Blink in place. I'll ping you for 3. I'll heal for 3. I'll draw a card. And that's all I got. It's your turn. So equals you. Tap. Play a. I guess a lone tower here. Goes to 9. Replicate the Ring of Morrigan. Second Ring of Morrigan. Ping you for 1. Heal for 1. Cast. And that costs 1, 2, 3, 4. Recast. Replicate. I'll make a second Angel's Egg. Ping you for 2. Heal for 2. Kill your Phase Assassin. Oops, sorry. And that costs 4. I'll pass and heal for 2. Here we go. Walk up. I'll cast Craterize from the yard. So 1, 2, 3. I'll ping you for 2, and just Craterize on the face. So you'll go to 1, and I'll take 7, and we'll lose the sight. And then I have what, 3 mana left over? Is that right? I had
Craterize.
oh no, I actually went 2 mana left over. I'll divine healing, ping you to take you to door, and heal back up. And Pass. Okay, guys, so this is one of my matches that helped me qualify for the league. It was against Wolfinit. He is a great player and just a really fun person to play this game with. I'm on my 4-color Archimago kind of control replicate BS, and he's on a mid-range flame collar with some pretty good burst damage, as you'll see a little bit later in the game. He really hit me for a lot in one turn. So opening hand, I wish I had less minions. I'm aware objectively that Sisters of Avalon is a great card. I just don't personally like it very much. I don't think it's weak. I don't think it's not good in this list. I just don't love it. But yeah, I figure I can pitch a Magic Missiles. I've got an extra one of those. It's mostly a removal spell, but I'm not really like advancing my game plan here. And so I just pitch one of those and draw Common Sense, which is a great card you want to see. Lookout, not amazing. Now he can see my Magic Missiles. He knows what to play around. Him seeing Common Sense isn't really a big deal. I plan on Common Sensing for Common Sense. Playing the Dragonets to kill my Sisters of Avalon sounds good. Having an extra spellcaster, that's something you really got to think about when you're playing against this, is that, you know, all of my wizards and sisters and things are spellcasters, so they allow me to do angle shots, basically, with my projectiles. So just taking out his minion seems like a good move here, preserve my life total, and just kind of help me get where I want to go. Normally, drawing 2 Common Sense isn't great, but in this deck you love it, because you just want to, you know, use up your spells, thin your deck, and find really what you want to work for. So Common Sense, search for... I think I end up just getting a Lightning Bolt, honestly, because I know that I can use it here, whereas at other times it's not going to be as reliable. Yeah. So Lightning Bolt, take out the Poweries. I've got 4 spells in Graveyard. I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't have a Funeral Pyre. Speaking of which, Funeral Pyre is a great card against both Archimago and Flamecaller. I really do think that Flamecaller took a little bit of a hit because Archimago is so popular. It just gets hit by the incidental Funeral Pyres that people are running to beat Archimago, and so they just get a little bit hurt for that. Blasting me with Flamecaller, you know, probably a solid move. Use that stuff up before I can get rid of it. And now I feel great. Honestly, I've got a removal spell. I've got a single target removal spell in Bury. I've got 2 Poison Novas. I've got Divine Healing. I've got 4 cards in my Cemetery, meaning I can get everything back. I'm feeling pretty good. He's going to get me a little bit low here, but otherwise I'm doing great. So here I think I'm just debating. If I walk up, I can Funeral Pyre and take out his Siege Giant and the Vile Imp, but then I'm closer to in range for his other spells, like Vile Imp. So I think I opt for... Oh, I just Lightning Bolt his dude down. But the reason for that is I can kill 2 of his minions, Funeral Pyre to get them out of the graveyard so he can't shoot them at me with his Flamecaller ability, and I still have the 1 mana left over to Divine Healing, so I'm not at such a low health total. Like I said, he actually had a lot of burst damage in his deck, so I think that was probably the really good move here. It might have saved me the game. Really got to get rid of this Jihad, though. Drawing pretty good here. Getting a second Divine Healing in minion kind of aggro matchup is great. Getting the Scavenging Fiend. I really like Scavenging Fiend in this deck. I honestly think it's less of an amazing card and more of a psychological warfare card, because can you imagine I'm just, you know, healing 2 off of Angel's Egg every turn, or maybe I have 2 Angel's Eggs and I'm healing boatloads. That's got to feel bad. And you finally are able to dispel that, and I just get it all back with Scavenging Fiend. Like, what do you even do? It's just got to feel bad. Here, I Common Sense for Common Sense, just in the deck a little bit. And then honestly, yes, you can Common Sense for Common Sense, but I also don't know what I'm going to need, right? If I thin my deck out too much, I get rid of all my Common Sense, and then he plays something that I just really need to answer, like a Ring of Morrigan, and I have to get my own Dispel, or I guess what I have left is a Disenchant. You don't want to waste all that. I'm also blinking to the side, so I'm out of line of sight for his Flamecaller ability, because yes, he doesn't currently have a way to shoot me with anything from the cemetery, but I really don't want to, you know, Poison Nova, wipe out a bunch of his minions, but be stuck in place, and then he just hits me for 6 for no reason. Angel's Eggs makes me feel pretty good. Also, he's not playing a lot of Earth, but my Tintagel in that bottom right corner, because of where his Smokestacks is, he can't turn it off. Even if he brings it up forward, his Smokestacks will actually allow it to be turned on, which is the reason that you want to put it over to the bottom right corner instead of where, you know, on the bottom left. You never want to see a Morgana against you. That card is so good. Gets in with the Grandmaster Wizard with the Trinket. I love to see it. Alright, so I've already got 2 blinks in the yard. So I'm going to spend one of those so that I can have a very powerful Poison Nova here. Take out his 2 minions there with Fire Threshold. And again, I personally run Funeral Pyres in case of the mirror match with other Archimagos, but you can see that it's just perfect in this matchup. So I think Flame Collar is actually really good, and it gets kind of incidentally hated on by everyone who's teching against Archimago. He's got quite a big hand here, and he plays it a little bit slow for a little while, and I'm like wondering why. Oh, there you go. I'm wondering why, but I think the answer is he's trying to burst me, because that's really one of the best ways you can take out Archimago is burst damage. If you can 20-0 me, yeah, I can't heal. And actually, it kind of negates a lot of my cards, right? If I'm at Death's Door and I'm drawing Divine Healings and Angel's Eggs, I'm in a lot of trouble there. I think here I'm deliberating if there's a way for me to not waste a Poison Nova on this Infernal Legion, but I think it's probably just best to do so. Like, yeah, no, I don't have the mana. I was like, maybe I could get out the Orb of Bareth Ball, Common Sense, get myself a Magic Missiles, double up, but no, it doesn't work that way, so. Just put out a Spider. I got an Angel's Egg cooking, I got Divine Healing in hand. I'm feeling pretty good. And again, he's got a lot of cards in hand. I think I even comment, I'm like, wow, it's a lot of cards you got there. And he like kind of slow plays me. But I think it's, he's just saving up for some burst damage. Yeah, there's a lot of math to figure out here, because I'm like, okay, if I get the ring, do I have enough to kill his dude? And the answer is yeah. I'm just wondering, do I play it out now if he has a second Dispel? I think I even said, like, well, let's find out if you're the kind of madman who runs 2 Dispels. And ultimately, I decided to play the ring, so. What do we got? We go Orb, Ping, Amulet of 19, Ping, gain 2, kill his minion, establish a board presence as far as artifacts go. Just insane. Ring of Morrigan, probably a design mistake. That's okay. Common Sense twice. What do we got? Common Sense and Blink. Yeah, honestly, Blink is always a really good spell, but Blink in Archimago feels unbelievable because it's a way to draw a card, reposition yourself for things like Poison Nova, get it closer in for your disenchants. Yeah, that card is a house. Honestly, I think that's one of the best cards in this deck. It's not a win con per se, but it is one of the better cards in the deck. Ah, here it is. Here's where he goes insane. So Sir Pelennor, 5 damage with charge, buffs it up to 6 damage with charge. Great, love that for me. Then he Warp Spasms. Okay, so we are 5, 6, 12, plus Lance makes it 13 with charge. Yeah, oh shit. So yeah, this is why he was saving all those cards in hand. Because he can hit me from, what, 16 to 3 in one punch? Insane. And then here is the one clip I didn't put in the beginning, but this is exactly why Mr. Magoo is a problem. He's at 19, I'm at 3. So I heal for 14 off of 1 Divine Healing, up to 17. I punch him for 1. Make a second Ring of Morrigan. Ping him. Make a third Ring of Morrigan. Ping him for 2. Again, I was at 3, he was at 19. So Blink, punch you for 3, heal for 3, Common Sense for an Arc Bolt, punch you for 3, heal for 3. So it went from 3 to 19 to 20 to 8 in one turn. I've got a full grip, I've got multiple cards in the yard, I've got a Scavenging Feed in case he gets rid of my Ring of Morrigan. I can also get back the Angel's Egg. Yeah, this is not okay. But this is exactly why I'm working on counters for this deck now. Yeah, hit me for 3, and you can't even do it anywhere near me. Hit me for 4, because I can kill any of your minions with 1 or 2 spells. Even if he played like an Infernal Legion, I would just be able to play 2 spells that don't even deal with it, and I would incidentally heal for 6 and kill it. So here my Arc Lightning counts for deal 7, heal 3. So I take him to 1, heal for 3, take him to door, and then it's just like, how can I deal with these guys? Play a spider, kill the Vile Imp, heal for 3. So I healed 6 there, all while dealing, what was it, 8 damage and removing 2 minions. Yeah, Ring of Morrigan's not okay with Mr. Magoo. I don't really know what else to say here. I feel like I had a kind of a quick commentary here. Honestly, his deck is doing great. He's doing what he wants to do. He must have dealt like 30 damage to me this game, if not more. And then here, to kind of rub salt in the wound, it's a Replicate to make a 4th ring, which will actually kill him. All right, guys, there you have it. Archimago, the big bad, the problem. I think the key takeaway here is that when left unchecked, he can basically do anything. Heal for 1,000,000, make 5 copies of Ring of Morrigan, take out your Amazon Warriors, and heal for 5 with every spell. But that's the key, right? When left unchecked. I think there are ways to stop him, right? Peasant Revolt, destroy all my sites, basically. Site destruction in general to screw my threshold. Bower of Bliss to stop me from getting cards with my wizards, and Funeral Pyres to interact with my cemetery and make it so I don't get any value out of my avatar. I think there are ways to counter this guy. I'm working on a couple of decks right now that do just that. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about Archimago? Is he as big of a problem as I'm making him out to be? Have you guys had fun building with him, or does he make this game miserable? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for stopping by.